Hi, welcome to the Pilates class in my house. It's beautiful weather, so I think everybody is walking outside. Maybe you do this class later. I'm doing it now. And we focus on the basic. So the basic is the breath, controlling breath. In Pilates, we're using the flank area to breathe because we focus on strengthening the core center, breathing into the flank, never breathing high into your chest. In the beginning, when the exercises are very simple, you breathe into your nose and you breathe also out to your nose. When it's getting tough, then maybe you're breathing out through your mouth. But always into your nose. And then when it's quiet again, hey, you breathe again in and out to your nose. So maybe you can do the whole class just breathing in and out to your nose. Then the second part is working from the center or working from a fixed point of your pelvis area. And that means that your abdominals are strong, especially this deep inside the transversus muscle. So to stabilize the whole area here and to move from there, like a fixed point moving. So let's start lying down. So I have to remove my Suki cat. And just lying down, close your eyes for a moment. If your spine is sensitive, use a blanket like me under your spine. Relax your breath. Relax the face, the shoulders. Relax the spine. Relax the pelvis. Relax the legs. And then just observing the breath. How do you breathe? Maybe your nose is blocked. Maybe it's difficult to breathe today. Try to breathing in the pelvis, lower spine, belly area. And if you bring your hands on the belly, you feel the rising and falling of the belly. On the inhalation, the belly expand, and on the exhalation, it falls in. So that's the natural breath in rest. When we start to work with the core, we're breathing more into the side flanks. So then the movement is more into the floating ribs. Good. So now just to get familiar with the pelvis, on the inhalation, let the pelvic bones going forwards. So you're hollowing, so there's space for one arm to go under. And then exhale, draw the navel in, the pubic bone to the navel. You scoop your tailbone under. There is no space to put your hand under. And then again, inhale, hollowing, a lot of space. And exhale, pressing the lower spine into the mat. So do that a couple of times. Maybe with your hands on these bones of your pelvis, you feel the side and front. You can feel that they're moving. Inhale, they go forwards. And exhale, they tilt backwards. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to the nose. And exhale to the nose. Inhale. And now on the exhalation, you draw the navel in, you press the lower spine into the mat, and the pubic bone goes to the navel. And now make sure your shoulders are relaxing, that you're not going all the way up with your upper chest, just relaxing the chest, face, everything. And then you holding this, so you fix the pelvis, and then you're bending your left. And then you bring the right leg back. And then you walk your feet a little bit closer. And then you walk the feet further away. So let's do that a couple of times. And just doing this with the fixed pelvis to roll the navel all the way in, pull the navel in, your tailbone under, the lower spine stays all the time into the mat. But let's do it without. without that fixed point pelvis. Then you feel that the lower spine is hollowing. Maybe you feel that your weight of your legs is hanging now on the lower spine. So then the lower spine get loaded a lot. So that's not nice when you do exercise like this. And then you don't train your abdomen. So pull the navel in. Now again with fixed point pelvis, walk your legs. And strong area here. Good. Then we go a little bit more harder into. So you stay with the fixed point pelvis, navel in, abdominals are strong. Then bringing your left and right leg over your belly. The knees are over your belly. Good. Basic exercise again, dipping the big toe into the water. So fix your pelvis, navel in, scoop your tailbone under, and then on the inhalation you lower your right. And exhale, you bring it back. Inhale, lower the left. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale the right. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale left. Exhale, bring it back. If that's going well, you can do this with legs straight. So what's about is that you have your fixed point pelvis and you move from the center with the breath. Inhale and exhale when you move the leg away. Good. Let's do a couple more. So almost with all the movements with the legs, to make it harder, you stretch your legs. To make it easier, bend your legs. And it's about that you're moving from a fixed point pelvis. And if you feel like you cannot handle that anymore, your lower spine start to hollowing, then you stop and you rest. When you hear this snapping sound, just turn your heels more out like the Pilates position of your legs, or like a ballerina. Good. Now the last one. And then you're ending with the legs up into the sky. Now bending only your left, and place your left foot down on the mat. The right leg stays up. Just turn first your ankle a couple of times. Turning also the other way around. And then turning your heel in and turning your heel out. Turning your heel in, turning your out. So now you have to fix your pelvis already. You move from your hip, but the pelvis stays still. To draw the navel in. And big bone, it's hammer to the navel. Good. Then ending a little bit with your heel in, and now make a circle with the leg. And you make a circle with the leg, but the movement is in your hip joint. And the pelvis is the fixed point where you're moving from. So navel in, pressing the lower spine into the mat. And this circle can go bigger with more focus to move away, and not so much to your side. Moving away and to you, like one circle. Or it's more egg. And the other way around. You can make it as big as you want. One more circle. And then ending with the leg up. Now reaching with your hands to the leg, to your calf, maybe your ankle. Pull on it so you feel a nice stretch on the hamstring. Take one breath here. And now on the exhalation, you draw the navel in, press the lower spine into the mat, and then lifting up your head and shoulders. Now stretching also your right leg away from you, a left leg, and then slowly you change like a scissor. So you change and change, change and change. So it's not a stretch. It's again that you're moving your legs from a fixed point center. Your arms are there to support the legs, not to pull on it. It's not how you go, how deep you go. Turning the heels again in, that's helping that snapping sound. That tendons are not rolling too much over your bones. Let's do a couple of more. Moving slowly that you have everything under control. Stay breathing through. And then the last one, you're ending with the right leg to you. You lower the left. You lower your head and shoulders. Then let go of your arms and bring your arms to your side. So let's work a little bit more on the obliques muscles. So you draw the navel again in, press the lower spine into the mat. And now lifting the left arm and reaching to your right toes. Exhale. Then inhale, coming down. And again, navel in, reaching up with the left. Right arm staying low. Staying relaxing. So only move from the center, moving up with your arm. Navel in, that's the start. And you're coming up. Inhale, coming down. Exhale, navel in, lifting up. Inhale, coming down. All the way up and down. Navel in, reaching up and down. Let's do 4 more. 1. Exhale, navel in. 2. Exhale, navel in. 3. And 4. Now bring your arm down. Now lower your right leg all the way to the left. And then you come back. You press the lower spine into the mat. And then again, going all the way to the left. And then coming back. And again, going to the left. And going back. Going to the left. And going back. Going to the left. And going back. And now stay to the left. Both shoulders stays in the mat, like your right leg is 45 degrees. And now make little circles with your right leg. Little circles with your right leg. Stay breathing through here. Make the circles the other way around. So it's a little circle here. Lie down in a twist. Stay supporting the spine to draw the navel in. Good. Now lower a little bit more, but still having your right shoulder in the mat. And then lift a little bit up. Lower a little bit down. Lift a little bit up. Try to move in the leg, not so much with the spine. Stay fixing the center. And then the last one, you're bending and you go down. Then bring your right arm all the way to the left. You lie down on your side. We did this one before. It's very good for heart and lungs. So inhale, you're opening the arm. But now have fixing the center, so don't move there. So your knee stays in the mat. And then exhale, bring your arm back. Again, inhale, open. And exhale, bring your arm back. Inhale, open, look to your hand to work with mobility in the upper spine. Inhale, open. Exhale back. Inhale, open. Exhale back. Let's do 4 more. Inhale, reaching and exhale. Stay with the knee down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now inhale, opening hand all the way, then turning back to your spine. And then bending also your left. And then just twisting to the right and twisting to the left a couple of times. Just twisting to the right and twisting to the left. And very important is that you're still moving from the center. Still moving from the center. And then one more time. And then coming back in the center. Now placing your right foot down and stretch the left leg all the way up to the ceiling. Now first start to roll your ankle a couple of times. Maybe bring your arms by your side. And be aware again of the center. Draw the navel in. Press the lower spine into the mat. Now make the circles in your ankle the other way around. Stay breathing. And then you ending with the leg still and then turning the heel in and turning the heel out. Turning the heel in, turning the heel out. Turning in, turning out. And your pelvis is still. The leg is moving in your hip from a fixed point pelvis. Good. And then ending with the heel a little bit in. So now pelvic have to be still. And now making a circle with the leg. And moving not too much to your side, but more away and then to you. Away from the center, inhale and exhale with the leg moving to the center. So it's a slow circle, not too quick. And what it's about is that you're fixing the center and moving from the center. So that your pelvis is not moving much, and your right leg is not moving much. Everything is still. Now moving the other way around. So same leg, circle the other way around. Stay breathing. Stay breathing through. And let's do one more circle. And then ending all the way up. Now reach again with your hand to your leg. Pull on it. You have a nice stretch. And then lifting up the head again. Shoulders stretching your right. And now slowly change your legs. Stay breathing through. As moving from the center. Turning your heels a little bit in when you hear this snapping sound. When your throat is getting painful, then put your head down. But first check if you really work from your abdominals. When the abdominals are doing nothing, the throat muscles have to work harder. So then you get there tiredness and fatigue and pain and cramp. And then the last one, ending all the way up with your left. Right leg goes down. Head, arms by your side like a T position. Take a deep breath in and on the exhalation, draw the navel again in. Then lifting the right arm, reaching to your toes. And then inhale, bring your arm down. Again, navel in, reaching up to your toes. Inhale. And exhale, first navel in, coming up. Inhale down. Navel in, coming up. Exhale. Inhale down. Navel in, reaching up. Let the oblique muscles do the work. But first navel in to stabilize your pelvis and lower spine. Navel in, reaching up. And left arm stay just on the floor. Do nothing with the left. Just moving from the center with the right arm up. Left leg stays up into the sky. And remember, when it's hard, you can always bend your knee to make it more easier. Let's do 4 more. 1, 2. Inhale when you come down. Exhale. 3. One more time. And up. And then coming down. Now, just turning your left leg a little bit over to your right. Both shoulders stays in the mat. And then draw the navel in and coming back. Inhale. And exhale. Both shoulders stays in the mat. Inhale. So you don't have to go with your leg down on the floor. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now the last one, you stay. Both shoulders stays in the mat. And make a little circle with the leg. Stay supporting the spine. Stay working from the fixed center. Navel in. Small circle, not too big. Stay with both shoulders into the mat. Navel in. Circle the other way around. And then hold. Lower your leg a little bit more, but stay with both shoulders into the mat. And then lift a little bit more. Lower down and lift it up. Lower down, lift it up. Lower down, lift it up. Two more, going down, up. One more, down and up. So now you go all the way down. You lower and you turn to your side. The left arm comes over and left arm goes on top of the right. You lie down on your side. Important is that left knee is down on the floor and stays there. You're fixing now the lower body. You're fixing the pelvis. And on the inhalation, you swing the left arm all the way open, but stay with the left knee down. And exhale, bring your arm back. You don't need to go with your arm on the floor. Inhale, open all the way, look to your hand, and exhale, bring it back. Really open your lungs. Inhale while you're fixing your pelvis and the lower spine. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do 4 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. And then the last one. You stay all the way to your left with your left arm. You turn slowly back. You bend your right knee and you roll to your spine and then easy twist. Easy twist to left and right. Left and right. Good. And then ending in the middle. One by one, placing your feet down back on the mat on the floor, bringing arms by your side. Now again, health. This basic exercise is very important for the spine. So you scoop your tailbone under, navel in, and then pressing the heels into the mat. Knees are straight up, and then coming all the way up with your pelvis. Inhale, and then exhale, slowly coming down. Rolling one by one vertebra. That's important. Very healthy for the spine. Inhale, hollowing a little bit again. And then exhale, scoop your tailbone under, rise up. Inhale, all the way up. And then exhale, coming down. Scoop your tailbone under. Then when you're down, inhale, you hollowing. And then exhale, tailbone under, going all the way up. Inhale. And then coming all the way down, one by one, vertebra. Inhale, hollowing. And exhale, scoop your tailbone under, coming all the way up. Inhale. And rolling down. Because it's so healthy, let's stay a little bit more in this exercise. Just really feel your vertebrae one by one and feel the muscles in the core center. Inhale, now you relax the belly, and exhale, navel in, scooping the tailbone under, coming all the way up, buttock and spine and hamstrings are working. And then going slowly down. Inhale, open. And exhale, scoop your tailbone under, coming up. Inhale. And exhale. Now inhale, following, and exhale, scooping under, coming up. Now stay there. Stay to your highest point. Good. Then see if you can move your weight to the left and stretching your right leg all the way up into the sky. Now make a little circle there. See if you can stay. And stay with your hips up. Maybe you have to check with your hands if the hips are parallel. Now making a circle the other way around. And then you're bending and place your ankle on top of the left knee. Now sink a little bit, but stay level with your left. And then lifting head right hip. So going down and up. Going down and up, like you're twisting. Let's do the twist. Couple of times more. Feeling how maybe deep inside is oblique muscles working, but still drawing the navel in, still fixing how your pelvis and lower spine. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. And then lift up, stretch your leg, bend, and place it down. And let's do again a couple of times, rolling up and down. Inhale, hollowing. So you can relax a little bit and then exhale, scoop your tailbone under, rising up, inhale. And exhale, going down. Inhale, hollowing. And exhale, scoop it under, rise up, inhale. And exhale, all the way under. Inhale. Last one. Exhale, scoop under, coming up. Now stay there. Maybe you want to check with your hands. And then moving the weight into the right, stretching your left leg. First check if you can stay here to make circles. So the other way around. Good. And then bend and place your ankle on top. And then let's see if we can do the twist. So your right hip stays on the same level, only the left is sinking, and then bring the left up. Right sinking, left sinking, right stay the same. Down and up, down and up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Then stretch your leg all the way up and then place it down and roll down. Then bringing your knees to your chest, holding your knees, and make a couple of circles here. Relaxing circles. Good. And then just bring your legs one by one down. Stretch your legs. Just stretch your whole body here. Inhale. And then exhale. Draw the navel in. Then lift the arms. Lift the head. Reaching forwards. And now it's like you come on a point. It's very difficult. Then turning more your tailbone under. And then coming all the way up. When you're coming all the way up, you're reaching up. Inhale. And then on the exhalation, like with the round spine, you're coming forward. It's like you're bending over something. And then inhale, reaching up again. And then exhale, navel in, scoop your tailbone under. Bring your shoulders down and one by one further where you're coming down. Inhale, lengthening. And then exhale, navel in, bringing the arms up, head up, reaching forwards. And do it like slow motion. If you go faster, it's most of the times out of weakness. And then exhale, reaching forward like you're diving into the water. And then inhale all the way up. And exhale, navel in, slowly, one by one further, where you're going down. Inhale. And then exhale, navel in, bring the arms up, shoulders head down, head up, reaching forwards. Inhale. And I know when I started with Pilates and yoga, I couldn't do this exercise. Inhale. Not because I was weak in my abdominals, but because my lower spine was very hollowing and stiff, so I cannot round. So inhale. And then on exhalation, when you come on that point, and then my spine could not round anymore. So it was almost impossible. And then slowly, slowly it started to go. It's still a little bit hard for me. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more. So if it's very hard, maybe it's just because your spine is very hollowing and not rounding much. So you need a little bit more mobility. Inhale. And then exhale, navel in and reaching up. Then that exercise what we were doing had one by one vertebra moving was very healthy for you. And now let's stay a little bit here to work on that rounding. That was very good for me. And then just rounding, reaching forwards and rounding the spine. So it's not about the hamstrings, to reaching forwards and bending forwards, because I can do that very well. But then still I have almost a hollowing in the lower spine. But now just focus on the rounding, to put the navel in and reaching. And maybe you're still feeling your hamstrings, and maybe the hamstrings are doing this in your body. So maybe you have a completely different body like me. And then slowly, slowly coming up. Good. So let's do a little tabletop. So bringing your fingers to the back, fingers watching head to your own heels, that you can bend your elbows, that you can stretch your arms like pushing ups. Then bending also your knees and place your feet on hip distance. Knees are straight up to the ceiling, toes are straight forward. Then again, pull your navel in, but now the action is more from your arms, the triceps. So you lift yourself up, stretch your elbows, and then the buttocks, the hamstring, and then if you like, you can move your head backwards. I really like that. Maybe you don't like that. Maybe you rather stay forwards looking. And then slowly looking forwards anyway and bending in your elbows and coming down. Let's push up a couple of times. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you only stretch your elbows when it's too much. And let's do 5 more. Maybe you just do 5 sitting on your buttocks and then only at the arms. So inhale all the way up and exhale back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 2 more. Inhale and exhale. And the last one, inhale. And then exhale, just coming sitting. Crossing your legs or bring your legs to your side and then coming forwards to also a tabletop, but then hands and knees, what we call all fours. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, feet in line with your knees. Then inhale, looking up, and exhale, rounding a couple of times, cat and cow. So inhale, hollowing, looking up, and exhale, round. Inhale, and exhale. One more, inhale, and exhale. Now just staying in a beautiful table with maybe a hot cup of tea on it, rolling the shoulders backwards. And now maybe bring your knees a little bit more in, because then the balance is better. And then stretching your right leg backwards. Navel stays in. And now the tea is not on your back anymore, because then it will fall anyway. So what you do, you bring the weight a little bit forwards and then you bend again your elbows. So still the arms have to work while you're fixing the center. So exhale, bend a little bit. You don't bend too much. Just make that you have everything under control. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Let's do one more. Exhale and inhale. So now bringing the knee all the way in and rounding the spine like you're kissing your knee. And then inhale, swing the leg backwards and then bend your elbows. And then stretch, exhale. Inhale and stretch. Exhale, bend. Inhale and exhale, knee. Inhale, stretch. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Now inhale, stay there. Now swinging and stepping your feet to your side. And then inhale, bringing your right arm all the way up into the sky. Just open. And then on the exhalation, you swing the arm under. Thread the needle. So inhale all the way up. Exhale, swing it down there. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do one more inhale. And exhale. Now inhale, bring your hand just under your shoulder again. So shoulders go to the center, navel in. And now lift again the right. And then swing the right leg backwards. Let's do that a couple of times. So exhale, swing it forwards. And then backwards. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last one. And then just bring it backwards and put your toes down. And then just stretching both legs and come to a plank position. Just stay there. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Bending both knees. Good. Maybe take a little rest, going all the way backwards with the head down. And then let's do again. So tabletop, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, elbows are rolling in, shoulders on the mid-spine. Bring maybe your knees a little bit more into the center, into the midline, so it's easier to stretch now your left leg. So it's now the left. Then move a little bit forwards and then bend your elbows. So maybe you go a little bit down, that's fine. So you go down and you go up. Move a little bit more forwards. Bringing your elbows all the way in. Don't let the elbows go all the way wide. Bring them in. It's like you're squeezing your armpits. Now the combination. So you bend your left. Exhale. It's like you're kissing your knee. And then inhale. You swing it backwards and then bend. Exhale. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bring your knee. Inhale, swing it backwards. And exhale. Inhale up. And exhale in. Inhale and stretch. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale in. Inhale and stretch. Exhale down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale and exhale down. Inhale, come back into the center. Now stepping with your feet to your side. And so your left leg is now to your side. Then bringing the left arm all the way up, thread the needle, and then exhale, swing it under. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, let's do one more, and exhale. Now bring your left hand again under your shoulders. Shoulders to the mid-spine, navel in. And now just swing with the legs. So you're lifting up the left. And then you swing it backwards. Inhale. And then exhale, swing it again to your side forwards. And then backwards. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do one more. And then bring it backwards. And now bring your toes down. And this time go on your elbows. And then stretching both legs. So it's like a plank on your elbows. Let's do 10 more breaths here. 1, 2, Scoop your tailbone under. 3, shoulders to the mid-spine. 4, 5, you can do it. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now slowly lower with your legs. Go on your knees, upper legs, belly. Good. Point your toes. But stay with your shoulders backwards. Elbows are still under your shoulders like a swing, what we know in yoga. Just bring your legs together this time. So on the exhalation, you scoop your tailbone under, you draw the navel in, maybe you come on your knees. So maybe this is it. And then you go down. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, looking under. And then see, maybe you can lift also the knees off. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, looking under, coming. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale down, looking up. And exhale, looking under. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do 2, 3 more. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, coming just down. Bring your hands on top of each other, forehead on the hands, and just rest here. Bringing the legs a little bit wider on hip distance or a little bit more wider. Just relax. And then put your navel more in and pressing the tailbone into the mat so you fix the center again. Shoulders are to the mid-spine. And you can lift your head like me. So I check if I'm still in the computer. And maybe you can have your head down, what you like. And then you lifting your right leg and not lifting your hip off the mat. So stay with both bones of your pelvis down. So it's just a little lift, like 10 centimeters, less or more. Stay, have focus that the pubic bone is down and these 2 pelvic bones on the side you feel maybe. And just lifting the leg. And maybe you want to go a little bit more up and roll the shoulders more to the mid-spine. But it's more about that the fixed point pelvis is there and that you're moving from there with the leg. And if you have a good fixed point pelvis, then you can relax with your upper body. Also, when you're doing this and you get too much crampy pain in the lower spine, work harder with your abdominals to pull the navel in. Good. Now change your legs so the left goes up and down. And remember, it's not how far you go, it's how you do it. So stay fixing the center. Both bones of your pelvis stay down. Stay breathing through to the nose in and to the nose out. And like your buttocks muscles, the glutes work harder. The hamstring have to work. When the heel is a little bit in, like the ballerina position of the legs, then the buttocks is doing more than that. I had to say that maybe earlier. But I think most people are doing that already a little bit by himself. And now let's do one by one. So first the right, and then down, and the left, and down. Right, and down. Left, and down. Just one by one. And then let's do both together. Together and down. So now you have to work maybe a little bit harder with your abdominals to making that fixed point center where you move from. If you don't use your abdominals, you start to feel maybe more in this lower spine. So when the spine is painful, check if you are doing something with your abdominals. Use a little bit more in that the pelvic muscles just to work harder. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just bring it down. When you have your head up all the time, just bring your forehead down. So fix again the center, navel in. And now lift the head a little bit up. And then just bringing your right arm up. It's like you're looking somebody and you see somebody by the ceiling, like, hey. And then you bring it down. And then the left one, going up and down. So now here the same. And maybe you want to turn all the way, that your hip is coming off the mat. But stay with your hip down. And then bring it up. And then down. Inhale, stay with both hips fixed and down. Inhale up like high and back. Inhale up and back. Now bring your elbow backwards, feeling the muscles in between your shoulder blades. Up and down. Up and down. Stay fixing the center, navel in. Inhale and exhale. 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 Inhale. Exhale. One more time to the right and back. One more time to the left and back. Now to both hands and going backwards and up, looking forwards and exhale down. Inhale and exhale. Stay fixing the center. When you start to feel the lower spine, and draw the navel more in. When you feel that the legs going up, it's also a sign of weakness, that the fixed point is not there. So navel in, fix the center. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 3 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. The last one. Inhale and exhale. Relax. And bring your hands under your shoulders, legs together. Then roll your shoulders backwards. Squeeze your armpits coming up. Navel in. And then move your knees maybe a little bit more forwards. If possible, stretching your legs, stretching yourself like a downward dog, and then walk the feet forwards. Feet wider than your hips that you can. Rest a little bit down. Bend your knees if you need to. Shake your head softly like yes and no. And then just bending all the way and come in a very deep squatting position, but with the hands forwards and going on your toes, like on the ball of the feet. The heels are not on the floor. So then you can rock a little bit to left and right, like twisting, like a kind of animal, like a monkey, like a dancing monkey. You can look over your shoulder. You can bring your knee more out. And if this is nothing for you, just go sitting. And we don't do this long, just 2 more times. And then ending in the middle. Lean a little backwards, bring your hands backwards so you can sit softly. If that's not working in that way, come on your own way. Sitting with both sitting bones into the mat. Go otherwise sit on a cushion or on a book. Hands on your knees, and then roll your shoulders forwards up and then backwards and down. And to sit more straighter. Forwards up and backwards and down. Forwards up, backwards and down. Let's do one more. And then ending backwards and down. And then inhale, circle your arms all the way up into the sky. And then exhale, bring your arms all the way down. Shoulders are going down. Let's do again. Inhale, arms all the way up. Look to the hands. And then exhale, bring your arms down, shoulders down, look to the front. One more time. Inhale, looking all the way up. And exhale, arms and shoulders down. This time, inhale, you circle all the way up. But now, your right hand goes to the left knee, the left hand goes to the back, and then inhale, open your chest, sitting straight, and then exhale, looking over your left shoulder, twist deeper. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Then on an inhalation, bringing your left arm all the way up into the sky. And then exhale, bending sideways. Don't let your knee going up, so press the knee down. And then look into the palm of your hand. Opening your chest more. Stay breathing. And then on the exhalation, looking down, reaching down in a diagonal line. Reaching. And then coming in a forward bend with crossing your arms. Maybe the arms down or on the floor or on your knees. And then inhale, rise all the way up again. Circle your arms all the way up. Then we do the other side. Then exhale, the left hand goes to the right knee, the right hand goes to the back. Inhale, opening your chest, and then exhale, look over your shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Then inhale, bringing your right arm all the way up into the sky. Then bending to your side, to the left. And don't let your right knee going up. Press your right knee down. And then look into the palm of your hand, opening your chest. Strong, holding your knee. One more breath. And then exhale, looking down, reaching down, reach down. And then coming all the way down, crossing your arms, come to your deepest forward bend. And slowly rise up again. Circle your arms all the way up into the sky. And then exhale, bring your arms, shoulders down. Again, inhale, circle all the way up. And then exhale, bring the arms and shoulders down. Last one. Inhale, circle up. Now stay there, looking up to your hands. Breathe a little bit more air into the lungs. Then hold, I count to 10. And after 10, you breathe out through your mouth. You say ha, and you let go of the arms. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So thank you so much for joining me. And I wish you have a beautiful afternoon and evening. And maybe see you tomorrow morning again by a Hatha Yoga flow class. We focus a lot of shoulders, like maybe you missed the shoulder rolls and stuff and stretches. We do tomorrow, 10 o'clock a.m. Amsterdam time. And also on Sunday, also a Hatha Yoga class. So maybe see you then. Bye.